Well, I am at Gobekli Tepe after a very long drive from Mersin, where I'm staying at the moment, on the Mediterranean coast. I got up 1:30 in the morning. I was in the Turkmobile by 2 a.m. and it was a long drive here. It was about without stops, it was 5¼ hours, but obviously I had to stop a few times, had to stop, take a little sleep break. But I'd added some time on for that, so that was fine. So I got here just before it opened, so that was fantastic. And the reason I wanted to come here is because not far from here is a city called Sanliurfa, which I visited when I lived in Turkey. But unfortunately, I'd never heard of this place, which is amazing because it's pretty famous. So I completely missed coming here, and this is one of the most incredible archaeological finds in the world, because you can see down here there are all these huge standing stones, a lot of them carved with animals, with depictions of the constellations of the stars. And this was actually only excavated by a German guy, I think his surname was Schmidt, in about 1992. So you know, this is not something that's been uncovered for very long. And when the scientists dated this place, they were absolutely astonished to discover that it was between 10 and 11,000 years old. So this dates basically to just after the last ice age. And what was even more amazing is that the people who built this place, it's believed, were actually hunter-gatherers. So if you think about that, it wasn't thought that hunter-gatherers would have this ability to build, build a site like this. And they still, I don't think they really know exactly what it's for, whether it's a religious complex or whatever. Because if you think about it, hunter-gatherers, obviously they're living hand to mouth. They're hunting things. There may be picking up what we have today as crops, but if they're out and about and they see something they can eat, then they'll pick that. So obviously the conventional wisdom is that it's only once you get to farming and everybody has enough calories and have organised sort of agriculture that you can then spend resources on creating monuments, carving things, because you can have a sort of division of labour where some people are farmers, some people are builders, some people are administrators. So when the archaeologists found this place at that age, it really blew their minds. They were absolutely astonished. And also the other weird thing about this place, I think I'm right in saying that they believe that this was deliberately buried. Whenever I hear that, I always think of spoiler alert, I always think of 2001: A Space Odyssey, with the monolith that was on the moon that was deliberately buried as a message for mankind. There is a theory, but I'm not really sure I believe it, that this site is some sort of message for mankind, but who knows. Yeah, pretty crazy place, and I'm really glad that I've been able to see it, definitely. It was a hell of a journey, but this is really something else. So if you think about it, this was built 5,000 years, I believe, before Stonehenge, 5,000 years before the pyramids in Egypt. So that is just bonkers, really, isn't it? There's no other way to put it. And the other crazy thing, Tepe means hill. I'm not sure that's how you pronounce it. This is built on the top of a hill, and they reckon that only 5% of this site has been excavated so far. In fact, I was watching a YouTube video the other day. There's a lot of controversy because they're saying they've decided not to excavate anymore. They've decided to leave excavation of the rest of it to future generations. And I was watching a YouTube video where somebody was saying that doesn't really make a lot of sense for something this important. But anyway, so there we are. That is Gobekli Tepe. Yeah, amazing. Right, catch you later.